What's up, guys? If you are this is a KitchenAid refrigerator. Here's the model number inside there. 20 MCDD is the type. I know some other brands may have the same type of model. The issue is if your ice is not dispensing, if nothing is happening, if you hear the little door open inside there, then you put your ice on it, your cup on it, but nothing dispenses and it's not frozen inside. If you've done the obvious troubleshooting, but you just don't hear the motor spinning, the little auger motor in there. If you don't hear it spinning, first thing you should try to do, slide the fridge out and unplug it for a couple of minutes. Just unplug it, let it sit for a few minutes, let it completely power down, plug it back in and see if that fixes it. If that does not fix it, there's a possibility that the auger motor inside has failed, and I'll show you how to replace that. Basically, what's called the auger motor that does the rotation, that spins the ice and stirs it so that it can dump out, has died. You can get these, new and used. I'll put a link down below where you can get it on Amazon. But you can also find them online and even on Facebook Marketplace, things like that. Just make sure you get the part number for yours. Look, see that Whirlpool number on the top? Just, you have to remove yours first so you can get the exact part number because yours might not be exactly the same as mine. But I'm going to show you how to get to it. It's not that big a deal. You will need a 1/4-inch little socket, a little small 1/4-inch ratchet would be good, a little small extension, and a Phillips head screwdriver, kind of medium size. And let's show you how it's done. Go ahead. Now, you don't have to unplug the refrigerator. It's not that big a deal. Don't overreact. But you go ahead and remove your ice bucket, which means you just pull it like this, lift it up and out. Okay. Now, if you think if the job's going to take you a while, you may want to put this in the freezer somewhere so the ice doesn't start melting, but it's not that long of a job. All right, the auger motor is located beneath here. Okay, now you also want to make sure that this isn't frozen on yours. That could be a possibility that the rotation is just frozen. But if you've already investigated all that and you weren't able to fix it, you're going to have to remove all this stuff. These are just the 1/4-inch screws here, 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 here. Remove those guys. Then your little screwdriver. Remove this guy. It all just lifts out. Everything will lift out right there. So we'll do that real quick. No big deal. And of course, you may want to take pictures while you're doing all this so you can keep track of how everything goes together. I'll remove those 2 screws. Lift that right out. Then the little, I'm not sure the exact terminology of this. The auger motor would be down in here. I've already removed it, of course, but this is how you get to it. So just, get all this out, lay it to the side, put it on some, paper or something. Okay, I like to put everything on a paper towel so I can keep everything organized and know what goes where. All right, next we'll remove the little 1/4-inch screws. It's easy if you use a little short extension so you can get to the back ones. So I just use a little, little 3-inch, 2-inch extension, whatever. Makes it a little easier. Okay, now something that is slightly tricky, you'll see underneath here, see how that little tab is underneath that edge right there? Yours might look different, and this edge is not underneath here. So I had to do a little prying with a flat screwdriver just to get that little edge that's in between there up and out of here. So that may take you a little bit of manipulating with a screwdriver. I'm kind of doing this one-handed, but just work with it with a screwdriver so that it'll come up out of here and all this whole thing will lift up out. Okay, see what I mean? That little tab needs to be pried out from underneath there on this particular one. So it depends on what yours looks like, but mine had to be manipulated a little bit to get out of there. And then this whole tray comes right up and out. And see, there's the chute where the ice comes out the front. And, if yours is all frozen and nasty, it may be a good time to thaw it out, rinse it under warm water, clean it, get it all cleaned off and everything. Keep track of your little screws that are right there. Okay. Now, inside here is where the auger motor is located, and it's usually connected to this right here, so keep track of how yours looks when you lift it out. And it just screws in place. Basically, you got little screw holes here, 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 here. Similar little small 1/4-inch screws hold it in place, and we'll do that. Okay, see how it connects in there? Very simple. You know, when you remove yours, you may have to use a small screwdriver to pry that out of there, but just make sure you keep track of how it goes in. Okay, and see the little post right here? It's on the left side while we're looking at it, and it just drops right in there. And then there will be a little long spring that'll go in this hole for my model. Now, it's easy to drop these screws down in here, so you might want to use a magnet or something that hold the screw. That way you can drop them in there, or just keep a magnet handy just in case you drop something down in there. Another trick you can do when you're trying to hold a little screw with your little socket, if you won't hold it or if it's not magnetic, get you a little piece of paper towel and just stick it right there, and then the screw will wedge itself into there, and it makes it real easy to hold it inverted. See what I mean? It'll hold the screw in there. That way it will not fall out when you invert this to try and stick it down in the hole. Very old school trick this is right here. The little tiny paper towel trick works great for holding the screw in like this. Otherwise it'll drop out. Okay, see them down there? Okay, snug those down, just firmly. All right, now for mine, it has a little spring that goes in there. Make sure that is in that spring right there. Not all of them use this, but mine does. So the spring goes in there. Then we'll put that whole lid assembly back on. And the same thing, I had to manipulate it a little bit on this edge to get it to slop down in there, because make sure that this is positioned properly. The little tab should be under there. This tab is not really attached. So who knows if it's just because this is older refrigerator or who knows what, but just make sure that yours is slotted in place as you see this one right here. Okay, then we'll put that little auger assembly attachment on top of it, screw that down, make sure you hold it in place while the spring is trying to push it back out. Okay, while you're putting this back in, make sure that it's all lined up properly and flush at the bottom of it there. Then you'll have to kind of push down on it and then screw one of them in, because it's got a little resistance due to the spring in there. So just be careful and just sort of hold it in with one finger and then screw each screw in. Okay, see how it is? It should be nice and flush, just like that. And when you're tightening these final little screws here, you may have to push down on it some because there's still some spring tension on it there. So just force it down, and then you can gently screw those in with your 1/4 inch. And then just put your bucket back in. You'll just lift it right up over. See that tab right there? Lift it right up over, set it in there. It should hold itself in place. Make sure the on switch is on as well, up in there, that right there. Make sure that is in the on position when you're ready to go. You could have turned that off if you want to, but nothing's really going to happen. It's not like it's going to electrocute you or whatever. And then anyway, that's it. It's obviously working good. Y'all have a great day. We have tons of other stuff on our channel, and if our video helped you out, make sure you click the thanks button underneath the video screen. And we got tons of great content on our channel, and look for our eBay store, Amazon store, social media links in the description. Y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all later.